Good morning, Unity. Let's stand to our feet if we can.
Thankful.
Start a war cry. All right, y'all. Sing on. Intentional, never failing. All things are working for my good. My God's intentional, never failing. All things are working for my good. Yeah. God's intentional. God's intentional, never failing. All things. Intentional. Sing oh. Sing Listen to this. I don't have to worry 'cause it's working for me. It's working for me, yeah. It's working for me. Anybody understand that? Say, I don't have to worry 'cause it's working for me. It's working for me, yeah. It's working for me. Sing it with me. I don't have to worry 'cause it's working for me. It's working for me. It's working for me. It's working for me. Sing. I don't have to worry. Whoa. It's working for me. It's working for me. It's working for me. It's working for me. Sing oh. It's working for me. It's working for me. Yeah. It's working for me. Yeah. Sing it with me. I don't have to worry 'cause it's working for me. It's working for me. Yeah. It's working for me. One more time. I don't have to worry. I don't have to worry 'cause it's working for me. Sing it with me, y'all. It's working for me. It's working for me. One more time. That I don't have to worry, God.
It's working for me.
It's working for me. It's working for me.
It's working for me.
Sing on. Working for me, y'all.
Yeah. Hey, look at somebody real quick and say, oh my, you look fantastic. You look powerful. You look brilliant, intelligent. I call you blessed, healthy, wealthy, and wise. I see all kinds of good coming your way. Come on, I see all kinds of good coming your way. Now high five 2 or 3 people, tell them you're glad to see them here today at First Unity Burning Bowl service. Oh my. Everybody who's joining us online around the world, we welcome you as well. Come on, congregation, let's welcome everybody who's joining us from all over the world. We welcome you. We're so glad that you're here. Can you believe we made it to the end of 2025? And we're not just surviving, we're thriving. Look at somebody and say, I'm thriving, I'm not just surviving. Yeah. And today is Burning Bowl service. Come on, let's hear it. Today is an opportunity to let go, and let God. It's time to let go of whatever has been holding you down, whatever feels like it's weighting you down. You can let all of that go today. You can do it symbolically during the ceremony, but go ahead and prepare your soul to begin doing that now. Whatever it may be that you don't need to be carrying any further in your life. Come on, there's some stuff we just need to let go of. Look at somebody and say, let go, let go, let go. I think the Beatles had it right when they said, let it be. There's some stuff we just need to let it be. I'm so glad you're here today. Thank you for being in this service. You could have been anywhere else, but you chose to be here. If this is your first time being with us, just fair warning. I have no idea how this service is going to go, but I will tell you, we're going to have a good time. And when we leave here, we're going to feel better than when we came in, no matter how good we were feeling. And that's one thing you're guaranteed today. And I'll tell you something else too. Here you don't have to fit in because you belong. You're not tolerated here. You're celebrated here. And you came to the right place today. So Holy Presence, we invite an extra level of expansion today. We release and we let go. We decide that today letting go of whatever is holding us back is just as easy as exhaling is. So we breathe in and we breathe out. Today we receive an extra level of space within our beings so that we can carry only what is necessary for the remainder of our journey into 2026. Forgetting those things that are behind, we press toward the mark of the higher calling, of the Christ consciousness that is within us and is endeavoring to show forth as us in this planet. We raise our consciousness just a little more today. And we say, thank you, God, thank you, God, thank you, God. And so it is, and so it is. Now I'm going to get out of the way now and let him come do announcements before I preach, because I feel like I'm preaching coming on. Reverend Angie, come on. Help me out, help me out.
Good morning.
Ooh,
I'm stepping in for Reverend Kerri this morning with the announcement. She is here. She's just on another job duty. So I told her, yes, I would do the announcements for her. I don't even have my readers on. I was like, wait, I don't have my readers on. New people, visitors. visit the welcome desk in the lobby. If we have our first-time visitors, I don't know if Reverend John said that. For first-time visitors, if you would visit the welcome desk in the lobby, we have a wonderful gift for you. We have some wonderful people on our greeting team out there waiting to greet you. So after service, if you don't mind going to the lobby, get your gift and filling out a Get Acquainted card. We'll appreciate that as well. End of year statements will be going out soon. If you have moved or need to update your information, see myself in the lobby. I will get you new address and make sure it gets to Leah for end of the year statements. Wednesday meditation will be canceled this upcoming week, but then we'll be back on the 7th, and the facilitator will be Janan. Our Oneness in Social Justice will be meeting on Thursday, January the 8th at 7 p.m. by Zoom. There is a flyer in the lobby if you want to go check that out. Next Sunday, we're bringing back Friendship Sunday. And what that means is we're going to have a Friendship Sunday fellowship. You guys don't seem excited about food. What is going on here? So that we will having that next Sunday. It is going to be in the lobby. It is potluck. Reverend Kerri is asking, please do not bring anything that needs to be heated, because again, it's going to be in the lobby and we don't have a way to heat anything up. So please bring something that just does not need to be heated. But are you excited? We're bringing it back, right? And last announcement, we do have our prayer chaplain for the week that will be in the lobby, and that will be Reverend Serena. So if you're in any space for prayer or need holding space for anybody, Reverend Serena will be in the lobby. I think that's all I have.
There was a time in my life, thought I'd have to do it all for myself. I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. I didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you've got to let it go. Just let it go. And this is what you have to say. So I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only for God. The more strong, the more shine. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit.
I release and I let go. I am free in the spirit. I'm only here for God. Yeah. Let's hear it. Let's hear it for Voice of Love, the band. Oh my gosh. Everybody smile at me. You're so lovely. It's good to see you. I hope you had a good Christmas. I hope you had a good Hanukkah, a good Kwanzaa we're in the midst of right now. Whatever your celebration is that you pick and choose, I hope that it is wonderful for you. I had a few folks that said to me today, we're glad Christmas is over. And I said, well, I'm not quite sure how to take that, but I'm just going to take it that it was so good it wore you out. That's what I'm going to take it as that. Let's think on that lyric for a moment. Deb, thank you for always bringing it on that song. Right. Can I just pay you a compliment? Because when you sing that song, so to me, it's like a combination, right, of Grand Ole Opry. Yeah? So a little, but that sound it takes me back. It gives me that feeling, that feeling. I grew up listening. Anybody else listen to Grand Ole Opry? Some of you were growing up, right? And so it's sort of a mix of that with some just cool jazz vibe and like the combo of it and the smokiness. And then the music gets in there too. And Nick takes off on the piano and Tom on the guitar and Mitch did a slide in that. He said, boom. And the subwoofer's underneath the platform, so back there I got a massage. It was like, I'm just saying, but the lyric says, I release and I let go. I let spirit. The word there is run my life. Lead my life is a preferred word for me, but I let spirit run my life. And here it is. My heart is open wide. I am only here for God. But when we talk about God here, just real quick, I want to make sure we understand. When we're talking about God, we're talking about ground of being, essence from which all of life comes to be. So we're not talking about a big guy in the sky in the sweet by and by with a long white beard and a big old stick that when you mess up is going to just smack you over the head with it. We're not talking about that God. We're talking about the God essence that's on the inside of every single one of us. So when we say we're only here for God, what we're saying is we're here for our elevation and our edification, and we're not here to edit ourselves, we're here to edify ourselves in the presence of the divine. So I'm only here for God. I am free in the spirit. We are free. Somebody say, I'm free. I'm free from all of the guilt and the shame. I'm free from the heaviness and the dogma of what has been known as religion and even spirituality. I'm free. I'm free from all of the categories and the labels that life tries to put on me. I'm free from even being spiritual. Whoa. When you get that free, you're really free. Because it says you're free from all of the labels. I'm just showing up as me without needing any labels. I don't need a category. I don't need to be defined or confined. I may be being refined and at times refinding myself. But I'm not confined and I can't be defined by the nature of the conditioned world. I've not been conned into a particular conditioning or positioning in this life. Conditioned. I'm not being conned out of my best life through concepts, but I'm free in the spirit, and I'm only here for God. And that means I'm here for all of you, because we're all irrevocably and eternally connected through that divine nature. Today is Burning Bowl Sunday, and I was trying to think of some kind of a nifty title. Look, let me just let you in sort of the back room of what happens with ministers, right? These holidays come around every year. No pressure, but let's see if you can top last year's Christmas or last year's Thanksgiving or last year's New Year's Eve. How do you burn the bowl enough that you can come up with something else? But this is all that kept resonating in my soul. It was almost like a song. It was the grace of letting go. the grace of letting go. So I want to look at 4 different things today, and I'll go through these quickly. Somebody said, right. I will, though. I'll go through these quickly because I do want us to get very much into the ceremonial part. This is a ritual I actually enjoy, the burning bowl. And there's 4 areas I'd like to look at around releasing and letting go, and that's ancient wisdom. That's the psychology of letting go. It's the science of release. And it's the new thought spirituality of the sacred yes and no. But let me set the stage a little bit, because this is not about becoming someone new today. It's not about becoming someone different even. It's about unburdening the person you already are. You're perfect right now. The awareness may not be there because of something that needs to be taken off, but you're great just as you are right now. And sometimes the greatness that's waiting to be seen is only waiting to be seen because it's somewhat covered up. But that's not anything out of the ordinary in nature, because when you plant a seed, you don't necessarily know what it is until it reveals itself beyond the dirt. And so maybe you're in the process of building a root system that's strong enough to produce a fruit system that's powerful enough to stand the test of time. And so the Burning Bowl Sunday, as we describe it, is a ritual of release. It's letting go of what no longer serves. It's really just making room for what wants to emerge. By the way, that's our theme for 2026, the Great Emergence. Not the great emergency or urgency, but the great emergence of what is more true. We're moving out of fear and into a confidence of this truth that we are. And so it's not as much about getting rid of something as it is making room for what wants to emerge. And that's true, but really underneath the symbolism of all of this, underneath the paper and the flame, because as you came in, you were probably given paper and maybe a pencil to write some things down. And if you didn't get one of those, we'll make sure that you can raise your hand before the ceremony starts. But it's not just about the paper and the flame, but it's something that's older and wiser that's happening in this moment as we celebrate this time. And by the way, let me just say this ahead of time. Letting go is not a self-improvement project. I don't want us to treat this like remodeling our house. You know how you dig down and you go, oh man, the subflooring needs to be replaced too. I don't want this to be about self-improvement. I want this to be about returning to alignment. Just returning to the truth of who you are. All right? And that's what this is really about. It's not no excavation needed today as much as just allowing yourself to be aligned. A little side quote here that I think will help us today. I was sitting with this morning quite early, and this is what came to mind, Janan. It was inspiring to me. And it was, whatever you're not changing, you are in some way choosing. Now, that doesn't mean it's bad. So when we say that, don't feel the sense of guilt or shame around it. But whatever I'm not changing, in some way I'm choosing. And it may be because it's something good and it's valuable, but if you start to look at your life and realize you have the power within you to shift everything about your life, if I don't do it, I'm choosing to stay with it. But at any moment, I can choose to change it. Somebody say, I have the power. I can choose to change. Anytime I get ready. And look at your neighbor and say, I don't owe anything to you except for to love you. Everything else is up for grabs. But so I want us to remember that as we're going through this process today. Whatever I'm not changing, I'm in some way choosing. And so if I want it to change, I can choose to change it, because I have the power to do so. That is the same power within you that was in the God that is spoken of in the Genesis account in the Hebrew Bible, when it says that God stood in the midst of darkness and called forth light. It's that same power that gives you the ability to actually be an alchemist. You are the change agent in your life. And there's some things that I realized I was choosing this last year. And I went, oh, dude, I don't want to choose that anymore. I'm going to make a different choice. I'm going to change it. Now, here's where I want us to look a little bit today, because this is not about fixing ourselves. We're here to set something down. We're not here to fix me, not broken. There's just some stuff I can take off and lay down that I don't have to carry with me. And we're using fire today because it's the burning bowl. And so I wanted to look at the use of fire and releasing, ancient wisdom and releasing. I did a little bit of study on this, and I found out that across cultures and really across centuries, that human beings have marked thresholds with fire. That there's fire ceremonies, not because fire destroys, but because fire transforms. There's a difference. I'm not here to destroy something bad in my life. I don't have to have that warrior stance. When we think about warring, our war is really with our own thoughts, and it's with our own doubts about who we are. But I'm not here today to destroy something. I'm here to transform. In the Jewish tradition, they have what is called teshuvah. And teshuvah is not repentance as much as it's returning to the truth. In Buddhism, we have what's called non-attachment. Not indifference, not detachment, but freedom from clinging, freedom from grasping. In the indigenous traditions, fire ceremonies were moments of release and prayer and renewal. Excuse me, a little bit of a holiday cough. Even in the early Christian times, fire symbolized purification and awakening, not punishment. Now, side note, if you follow me on social media, you might occasionally see me get in a little bit of trouble around concepts like the Bible or hell. If you follow me on TikTok, you might be like, well, he doesn't really talk about this on Sundays. I don't have to here, and I'm so glad. I really don't. It's a joy. And I don't have to there. It's just that when I see so many voices continuing to say so many harmful things in the world, it's really, I have the right to remain silent, but not always the ability. So just touching on, y'all understand what I mean? During holidays, you should understand what I mean. And you kind of go, But so when hell, the word hell comes up, because we hear it a hell of a lot, especially in religion, because it tends to be sort of this is how we grind people into doing the way we want them to do. When we see the word hell, and especially the one that they really enjoy is the lake of fire, we get ooh about it. And here's what's interesting, because if you really read it in historical context and you read it in its original language, you almost want to go swimming in the lake of fire. It's not something to be scared of, it's something to dive into, because it talks about the lake of fire and brimstone. And why do I bring that up? Because lake of fire and brimstone is about cleansing away what isn't you. It's not about burning you up and destroying you. It's about subjecting yourself to the ultimate fire that burns away the stuff that's been weighing you down. So welcome to hell, friends. You can have a hell of a time. Because when I say come out into the water, it's just fine. This is what is being revealed in the book of Revelation of the Christian Bible. By the way, it's not Revelations, plural, it's singular, revelation, because in the first chapter it tells you this is supposed to be a revelation of Jesus the Christ. This is Yeshua the Anointed, and that's what we're talking about. And it's talking in the same tones and codes. Really, it's codes around what Jesus taught. And Jesus simply taught that we were all one with the Father, with the Mother, with the parental force that brought us into existence. And so I like to dive into hell every once in a while so that I can burn away the stuff that's not me. So I just want to take that. Is it okay to, because people will say that's twisting it. Fine, you guys did it before I showed up. I heard people say one time, Jon Scott cherry picks the Bible. And I said, well, yeah, I showed up at the cherry tree and there were pits on the ground already. Somebody had already been cherry picking. But if you read it, actually the word brimstone was used to purify. It was even used to rub into wounds so that wounds would heal faster. It was a purifying, a cleaning agent. And so it's not about being afraid. My point is that fire has been a part of these traditions throughout time. But fire does not erase the past. Fire is about freeing our future. I don't want to get rid of my past. It has all formulated who I am today. I just want to burn away what's not me or what I wasn't meant to carry so that I can free my future. Somebody say, I'm freeing myself now so that I can free my future. So when something is burned ritualistically, we're not rejecting it, we're honoring and releasing it. So I want to bow to, this may sound strange to some of you, I want to bow to my divorces, but then release them. I want to bow to those moments that weren't necessarily my favorite moments, that I wouldn't really want necessarily to be played on the screen, but then release them. Because I want to honor the space they took up in my life and how they were a part of the recipe of my life. Does that make sense to anybody? Because you could say, just forget about it. But if you forget about it, you miss the wisdom in it. I don't want to forget the opportunities and the educational things that occurred in my life. And so that distinction matters to me. Because what you resist is going to stay lodged in your nervous system. But what you bless can finally leave. Can you feel that in your body? Because what you're resisting is staying in your nervous system. This is what it means, the old saying, what you resist will persist. What does that mean? It's staying in your nervous system, but what you bless can finally leave. And some of us today could use a little bit of that leaving. Number two is the psychological effect or ideas around letting go. Psychology teaches us something powerful here, and it's that we don't hold on to things because we are weak. We tend to hold on to things because at some point we felt like those things kept us safe. Psychological truth. So this is why I'm saying stop judging yourself for it. Most of us hold on to stuff because we felt safe there. Even if it was unsafe, we somehow came to believe that it was normal, even if it wasn't natural. And so we allowed ourselves to be safe in that environment. There's some people who have been negative for so long that they get high off of being negative. They are habitually negative. And they feel like that's okay, even though they don't feel okay, but it feels somewhat normal to them. For instance, old beliefs, old identities, old coping strategies, old stories about who we had to be. We tell them like it's a memorized script. When somebody says, hey, who are you? We don't just give them a name. We don't just say hello. A lot of times we just give them our history. You ever catch yourself the next time you're meeting somebody for the first time and look at the things that you amplify in your life as a definition of who you are? But we don't do that because we're bad. We do that because the mind is holding on to that space that at some point felt safe with that feeling, that story, that emotion, that experience. But they weren't mistakes. These were survival wisdom moments to try to survive. The nervous system is not interested in your New Year's resolution. It's interested in predictability and safety. It wants predictability and safety. This is why force doesn't work. So when we say, I want to let this go, the body often says, are you sure it's safe without it? You sure you're going to feel all right with letting go of that bitterness towards so-and-so? I mean, it's been around a while now. It's kind of a part of the decorations. It's going to feel a little weird with that space on the wall missing that painting. Come on now. That's why force doesn't work. Forcing yourself to release something doesn't work. You cannot shame yourself into healing. You can't pressure yourself into a sense of wholeness. Letting go happens when the system finally feels safe enough to release. And that's why today needs to be gentle. That's why today needs to be communal. And that's why today's ritual matters, because the body needs to witness permission, not demands. Permission, not demands. Number 3 is the science around release. Neuroscience tells us that something remarkable happens when we let go. Every thought you think repeatedly becomes a neural pathway. There's roads in your brain that you have traveled so many times you don't need a GPS anymore. In fact, you go there automatically. There's some places, some roads in my mind that I have needed to put up a detour sign on until I could say road out, until I could find a new neural pathway. But every emotional pattern becomes a learned loop. And it runs over and over in our minds. And the brain is efficient. Oh, it's efficient. It reuses what's familiar. And it plays it over and over again. How many know what I'm talking about up in here? But here's the good news. Somebody say good news. Neuroplasticity tells us that the brain can rewire. But it doesn't happen through effort alone. It happens through presence. It happens through emotion. It happens through meaning. It happens through, instead of looking to force yourself to change, creating a meaningful emotion that feels better than that emotion that has gotten locked into not feeling good. Ritual matters because it engages the emotional brain. This is why we still do it. Believe me, I've asked myself before, why do we still come together, sing songs, give talks, pray? Why do we still do this way? Because I don't need to anymore. Is it okay to tell the truth about it? I mean, some of you may be feeling the same way. I don't need to anymore, not in the sense of my whole spiritual life depends on having church. Why do we still do it? And it's because human beings love community. We actually enjoy ritual. We enjoy coming together and being ritualistic. My brothers and sisters who have been involved in deconstruction for a long time, they've been deconstructing from their religious belief systems. They're out there, some of them may be watching right now, and you miss this environment, but you're afraid that if you come into this environment, you're going to feel the same condemnation and guilt and shame that you experienced in your previous religious environment. But folks, this is why we need to do this more than ever, so that we can prove that you don't have to do this with the guilt and with the shame, that you can do this with joy and acceptance and the beauty of community. Now that part gets me excited, but I don't need it, I want it. Does that make sense? I want community. And that's a highly emotional thing, and this creates new neural pathways that you can be excited about church and spiritual community instead of dreading it out of obligation. It is not an obligatory thing. Isn't that awesome? So ritual matters to humans. When we write something down and we release it intentionally, we're telling our nervous system, this pattern is complete. Give yourself permission to do that today. This pattern that I recognize is complete. Yes, that includes addiction. Those things that we're afraid of and that we're ashamed of. That today, not in judgment and in force, but in the beauty of this opportunity to create a conclusion on that, to say, it's enough. This pattern is complete. This story no longer runs my system. This loop no longer needs to fire in my mind. You're not deleting memory, you're withdrawing your energy. You're not hitting delete, you're withdrawing your energy from that thing. Your energy causes your attention to flow in a particular direction. Because where your focus goes, your energy flows. And what we stop feeding weakens. It's a very simple thing. But what we bless and release dissolves. You don't have to take energy to grab it all up and throw it away. You let it go, and it dissolves on its own. Number 4, and in closing. That's the science. Here's the new thought around it. It's the sacred yes and no. You know the old saying, let your yes be yes and your no be no? This is suggesting that you have the ability within yourself to determine how you're going to live your life. I get to decide every day how I'm going to live my life. In New Thought Principles and Spirituality, we're reminded that you do not create your life by force. You create your life by alignment. Somebody say, I don't have to force anything. So when I'm forcing, I'm grinding down on it. I mean, I'm working hard. And if you believe you have to work hard, you will. Okay, let me say this about 2026. I am freeing myself from all beliefs that I have to work hard to somehow earn the degree with society that I have done well in life. I'm letting that garbage go. This idea that, you know what I'm saying, Chris James, that you gotta show up and you better show up 100% and you better work hard. Now see, I was raised all of my life that you gotta work hard for every dime you make. Anybody else taught that stuff? Life's hard, baby, just get used to it. Don't get used to it. Don't get used to life being hard, because if you get used to it, it's going to use you. And it will beat you down. There is no such thing as making a living. That's a lie. That is not the American dream, and that's not life's dream. Life was not, you don't have to make a living, just start living. Start being aware of the living that you are. Yes, but John, if I don't clock in, folks, let me tell you something. Those who have made the most money and actually created the most wealth and created the most comfort for their life, they weren't making a living. They were simply playing out their dharma and the creative force that's on the inside of them. Let your imagination in 2026 run wild. Let your creativity come to the forefront. Opt out of the program that says you got to work all of your life and hope you have just enough when you retire and you ain't too tired to spend it. That's not how I'm going to spend my life. I refuse to do that. I don't believe that I create life by force. I believe I have life through aligning with the life that is already attempting to live through me. I want to be still going strong when I'm 90 years old because I haven't killed myself trying to prove something to the world that I live in. Does that make sense to anybody? Okay, so I'm just saying. Now, letting go is not saying no to life. It's saying yes to truth. It's not saying no to life. It's saying yes to truth. I mean, sometimes the most spiritual act is not affirmation, but completion. It's saying, I'm done with that. I'm done with that belief system. I'm asking us to consider all of the belief systems that we have in our current life that we allow to run our lives. Maybe we don't even know. That's why we're purposefully today focusing on it. We're not casting shade, we're putting the light on today. That's the difference in judgment. Judgment is putting shade. Spiritual truth and higher consciousness is putting the light on. And I'm choosing to say today that it's not just my affirmation, but it's completion. Not I will become, but I no longer need to carry. I don't need to carry that weight anymore. Not I must attract. Abraham Maslow said there's people in this life that go around in life saying, I must do this, I must do that, I must do this, I must do that, I must do this, I must do that. And he said they are expert masturbators. I must. I tell people who bring me on as their coach, as a life coach, I tell people in this coaching existence that we're going to have as we walk along together, in this program that we have, is the deprogramming of the belief that I have to and turning that into the belief of I get to. And the simplest explanation that I have for that is when I was growing up, when I knew I had to go to school, it was hard to get me out of the bed in the mornings. Anybody else? I'm sure there are some in here that are academic folks that you were just like, you couldn't wait to go do your math test, but I could wait, right? But if I was getting to go to Six Flags, that's an amusement park for those of you who don't know. If I was getting to go to Universal, I was up before the alarm clock. Anybody else know what I'm talking about? That's the difference in get to and have to. In this life, if I move away from I have to do this to I get to do this. See, I hear people on a regular, and I used to do this myself. I have to get more spiritual. Really? How about I get to be more spiritual? Feel the difference in it. I have to means it's work. I get to means it's fun. I'm adding to my adventure because it's adventure. So I must attract. No, I trust what is emerging naturally, and I'm aligned with it. Release is not having nothing. Release is giving space. And Spirit fills that space effortlessly with joy, with peace, with love. So we're going to prepare now for the burning bowl ceremony. And I just wanted to share this with you. As we move toward this ritual today, I'm inviting us into a little bit of a different posture. I'm inviting us to not think of burning something bad, but releasing what's finished. That's all. I'm not giving up something bad. Even when we're looking at patterns in our life, even things that we think or feel are addictions or sins, or negative things, or I need to stop. I'm not poking fun at it, but I'm asking us to consider leaving the judgment out. And instead of burning up something bad, I'm releasing what I believe to be finished in my life. You're not rejecting your past self. You are thanking the past self, and you're letting them rest. You're not asking the fire to fix you. You are allowing it to witness your readiness to move forward. That's really all this is. So pat yourself on the chest and say, I'm letting go of judgment. As we move into this part of the ceremony, I want to leave you with this closing blessing as we go into the meditation. Because I felt like this at first was coming like a poem, but then it turned more into just a blessing. And it was this. And yes, the Scots-Irish side came out of me a little bit on this one. May what you release today leave gently. May what you carry forward feel lighter. May what emerges next not be forced, but felt. And may you remember, you're not behind. You're not broken. You're not late. You're simply at the place where something old has loved you enough. And you have loved it enough to let it go. So I'm going to ask you to take a moment, if you would, and maybe go ahead and settle your body onto the seat beneath you. And as we start to move into this meditation, just a few instructions. First, if you have not received a piece of paper and a pen or a pencil and you want one, just lift your hand up because we would love to get one to you. We have a couple down front here. Kathy's getting ready to take care of that now. Kathy Vesley, thank you. And if you don't want to write it down, you don't have to. This can all just be held within you and then released from you. But we do have a fire pit out front where you can take the piece of paper and consider folding it away from you, what you're releasing. Consider folding it away from you And when we write down our intentions, consider folding that toward you. Okay? What I'm going to ask is that we're going to release what we're letting go of. That piece of paper, will burn it. But your intention, I'll ask to be put into the offering plates when they come around. Because I would like to take those myself and be with those at least for the first 30 days in my meditation time, to hold those with me during my meditation. I'm not going to look them, I'm not going to open them up. They'll go into a sealed envelope. So it's not going to be about me looking at what is being written, but it's about me sitting with what you intend. And then our spiritual support team is going to be praying over these intentions this whole year as a part of our ongoing ministry to you, okay? So that's going to be in the intentions. But on what you're releasing, write it down, whatever it may be. It could be one thing, maybe it's two things, could be a dozen things. Somebody told me earlier that they had gone into their Word document and written a whole page. That's fine too, and if you want to burn that, that's fine. But as you leave the auditorium, and we're not going to do this, we're not going to release rows. We want you to be spontaneous, okay? So go as you feel led. We'll ask that you go out through these doors and out to this part, okay? So it's my right and your left. And then circle back around to your seat, coming back into my left and your right, in as orderly a fashion as possible. But we're going to have meditation music playing. We're going to take our time with this, okay? But before we start writing it down, I want us to take a few moments in meditation. So I'll ask you to gently close your eyes if you feel safe doing so. Go ahead and feel the support of the surface beneath you. Let your shoulders sort of soften. If you need to sort of shift about, you can. Allow the ground to hold you. And feel the sense of the earth holding you now. Receive a deep breath in. And let it go. Unclench the jaw. Maybe allow the tongue in your mouth to just now gently, gently let go. Take another deep breath in. And gently breathe out. Allowing yourself to just be here now. The eyes gently closed and you're beginning to settle into the seat beneath you. Notice any place in the body that may feel tight or tense, maybe even aching, maybe feels guarded. And don't analyze it, just acknowledge it. And quietly say to your body, it's okay to rest. It's okay to release. It's okay to let something go today. Maybe don't let those words land in the mind as much as in the nervous system of the body. It's okay to rest. It's okay to release. It's okay to let go. And now, without searching, without forcing, allow something to come into your awareness that feels complete. It may be a belief. Maybe it's a role that you've been playing. Maybe it's a fear that you've been carrying. Maybe it's something you felt guilty about or ashamed of. Maybe it's a version of yourself that worked hard to protect you. You don't have to name it. Just notice how it feels in the body. And then if you want to, write it down on the piece of paper. You don't have to, but if you feel so inclined, do so. And notice how it feels in the body as you gently let it go. And then hold whatever that is and repeat these words inside of yourself. Thank you. Your work is done. Thank you. You don't have to come along with me anymore. Give gratitude to that pattern, that belief, whatever it may be, and notice what happens when there's gratitude instead of resistance. Now breathe into that gratitude now. And let it go. Now imagine that whatever is ready to be released can be set down gently, not thrown away, not judged, just placed on the ground with care. You're not losing anything essential. You're creating room. Room for ease. Room for clarity. Room for extra beauty. Room for what is already naturally emerging in you. Receive one more small, slow breath. And breathe out. And now a deep breath in through the nose. And breathe out. Now, as we move further into this burning bowl ceremony, remember that you're not being asked to let go of everything, only what's ready to go. Trust your wisdom. Trust the divine timing. Trust your body. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes and write down what it is you feel is time to go. And we'll give you plenty of time to carry this softness through the rest of this time together. And if after you've written it down you feel complete, whenever you're ready, you can go and drop that into the fire outside. those who have been joining us online, you are invited also into this ritual wherever you are. Do it safely, but wherever you are, to let go of something. And then prepare now to write down something that you intend to see maybe shift in your life, some kind of belief system or idea. Maybe there's a dream that for some reason you felt like you couldn't move forward with. Maybe remind yourself of that dream and set that intention. And as a part of our generosity practice in a few moments, we'll make sure to pass those intentions folded up into the offering plate as well, along with whatever you choose to give financially. And I want to sit with those myself over the next 30 days during my time of meditation. And our spiritual support team is going to take that on as a part of our prayers throughout the week. We have a beautiful team of people that behind the scenes hold all of you in prayer, the prayer requests that you leave with us in our prayer box. We make sure to pray over those, affirming your highest good and whatever those circumstances may be. Once again, those who were not back in the auditorium, as I mentioned a moment ago, take another slip of paper and write down something that you intend to either change or something you decided that you want to start doing. Maybe it's just more joy in my life. Maybe it's making room for more love. We could always do that. It could be something as simple as that. But whatever you are choosing to intend into 2026, go ahead and write that down and prepare to pass that into the plates when they come around in just a few moments. And by the way, thank you for all of you for providing extra time today for this special time together. I felt like I wanted to share this with you, and maybe this is for one or two people or just one person maybe in particular, but survival is not your identity. You need to hear that. Somebody needs to hear it today. Survival is not your identity. It's what you maybe needed to do during a season of your life in order to preserve body and mind, but survival is not your identity. And so 2026 for you is a time for you to emerge out of survival and into thrival. It's time for you to leave victimhood and move into your victorious living. It's time for you to let go of lack and scarcity that constantly keeps you afraid. Get out of the straitjacket of that living and move into the wide open expanse of all that's possible. You need to know that whatever has happened to your health in this year is not your identity. It's what occurred in your body, but it's not your identity. Don't identify with the sickness. If you received a diagnosis, determine that you're going to decide the prognosis. Make the decision that you're not going to become a heart attack or cancer. You're not going to become a stroke. You're not going to become what has been now labeled on you as some kind of a handicap. Do not become that as your identity. It may be what you're currently dealing with in your physical body and in your emotional self, but it is not who you are. Who you are is much more powerful and much deeper than anything that's happening on the physical or even the psychological level. So I wanted to declare that to somebody today that needs to hear that. And listen, this is not denial. It is not denial of whatever may be happening in the physical, but it is saying I will not identify with any level of limitation, period. No matter how much the diagnosis is affecting me physically, I will not let it infect my entire psychology and my spirituality just because it has come to attach to my physiology. I choose a different way. Somebody say, I choose a higher way. It's even a scientific fact. If you want science, it's a scientific fact that people who choose that higher way of thinking heal more rapidly, because it's a choice that you make within your inner being to affect your outer existence. And so I choose that today. Survival is not my identity. I make that declaration over my life. Survival is not my identity. It's something I may have had to do for a season, but it's not who I am. And so I choose a higher way. Yeah. 2026 is a year of the great emergence. I believe that's happening with us at this level locally, but we're making a declaration that it's also happening globally. That there is a great emergence of a people who are more awake than we've ever been before in the history of humanity. We're more clear about who we are. And we're not going back to sleep. We refuse to go back to sleep. We refuse to allow the chaos of what's happening in the external world to determine what's happening on our inner world. We're choosing a higher way of awakening. We're waking up to our love, to our joy, and to our peace in the midst of the chaos. We're utilizing the energy of the chaos as our catalyst forward. We refuse to go back to sleep. We refuse to back down from what is available to us. We have decided to show up at this time in history and herstory to change the story, to change the narrative. We rise into a higher level of emergence. We choose to be awake, aware, and alert. We will not be dominated by concepts that bring us into lack and confusion and fear and division. We choose unity. We choose harmony. We choose joy. We choose prosperity. We choose abundance. We choose to live at a higher level. That's our choice. And nothing can stop us if we choose to lock arms together, and more than that, lock hearts together and move forward into a brighter day. It's not a brighter day because the sun shines brighter. It's a brighter day because we remove the veil that's keeping the sunlight from shining in. Woo! That went down my right side. All right. So as you're writing down your intentions, I just had a moment. Y'all got to give me this moment. I didn't have goosebumps. I had God-sized bumps all over. We're here now in this season for this reason. Yes, we understand what we're seeing on the external, but that's why we're here, so that we get to create the contrast. Listen, one of the reasons that theaters have dark curtains is so that the characters on the stage are more clearly seen. And so the darker the night, the brighter the light. The more you see chaos out here, the more it's revealing the coherence right here. Whoo, man, I feel that in every cell of my being, and I'm choosing that as my life. 2026 is the great emergence, and we have decided to emerge as our unfettered and unhindered self, led by the divine presence. And so it is. Yeah. All right. Okay. This feels so good, I don't want to go anywhere. Okay. It is time for, hopefully you've written down your intentions. It is time for our giving. But here's the reason I wanted to tie these together today, is because I do know that we live in a world right now that feels like it is economically challenged. And let me just speak to that. It is, because it's a false system. It's only affecting and infecting us because we've agreed to do it this way. But I'm telling you, I know I sound crazy when I say this, but it's because we live in an insane world, and so when something sane is said, it sounds crazy. But the economic system of our world, yes, we've bought into it, and many of us have invested in it. And I'm telling you, it's time for us to invest in a higher way and stop letting the economic system of our world determine who we're going to be. It's a true fact that in 2007 and 8, 9, when there was that crash, what we saw, the crash in real estate, and we saw that crash in economics, the people who survived and thrived through it were people who had already decided to be ahead of that curve before it showed up. There is a prophetic and a psychic ability within you to see your way through the fog into the clarity of what's real. And so let's stop asking what is happening. Let's ask what's real. What am I seeing here? And let's stop looking with these onto CNN and Fox News and wherever else you may watch. Let's start opening up this third eye so that we can see clearly what is real. Somebody say, I decide to see what's real. So the reason I wanted to tie the financial giving, the generosity practice in with you putting your intentions in is not because of money, but it's because I am determined to invest in truth, not invest in the false. I'm determined to invest in the truth. And when you're investing into the truth, it's not about investing just in the First Unity Spiritual Campus, but it's about investing into your own self. And you're enacting the law of circulation that already exists in the universe. It's as easy as breathing out. I breathe in, so I receive, and I breathe out and I give. Now, I don't give back all that I breathed in because what I breathed in was necessary for the cells of my body. But what I did not need was overflow, and I breathed back out. But I couldn't take another breath until I had let go of the one I had just received. And that's really all receiving and giving is. All receiving is circular. It's just circulation. And as you're circulating, I do this in every part of my life. If I receive a smile, I want to give smiles back. If I'm receiving hugs, I want to give hugs back. If I'm receiving love, I want to give love back. Do you follow what I'm saying? And so I'm choosing, just like I don't look for friends, I choose to be friendly. And friends show up. And the same is true with my money. When I know that there's more room for more money in my life, I determine to put the power of circulation on the money that I give away. And so I'm choosing, and I choose to give here. That's just where I choose to give. You need to give where you feel like you're being led to give. I just choose to give here financially because I believe that First Unity Spiritual Campus is a place that is fertile soil. And I believe that when I give into this place, I'm giving into the energy of what I believe to be true. And that is that love, joy, and peace are the higher theological principles than any other theology there is in the world. I just believe that. I believe in that. And so as you're giving today, consider that. But wrap that up in your intention today and set your intention, not just for the physical and psychological things in your life, but for the financial things in your life as well. How many of you know that every one of us in here are worthy of wealth? All 5 of us. How many of us? Listen, I am not afraid. I'm telling you, I'm changing my relationship with money. Because money is just a tool. Money is energy, but money wants to work with you. Somebody say, hey, money, work with me. And by the way, thank you for working with me. And so as you give today, give with that in your heart. We've been in the process of what we've called our matching gift campaign. We've said it's doubling the light. And I just want you to know that our goal to reach is $115,000. It looks like a big number, but it's actually just numbers. That's really all it is. What matters more is the intention around it. And the intention around it is that we move into 2026 operating at optimum level so that we go into 2026 with the engine having gas in it. Instead of at a deficit, we move into this new year above the board. And I believe that it's possible for us to do that. We're on our way toward that. Let me tell you what the matching campaign really is, just in layman's term. If you give $100, that $100 becomes $200. It gets matched. Okay? That's what the matching campaign is. It's getting matched. Isn't that a miracle? Isn't that beautiful? So I'm doubling my money when I give. So as you give today, give toward this goal, because when you do that, it's going to be matched by those who gave into a seed fund really at the end of November to the 1st of December. And I want to say thank you for everyone who's been a sustaining partner and continues to be a sustaining partner. Those who are joining us online and you're giving right now, the ways to give are going up on the screen at this very moment. You can also give into this matching campaign. And I believe that First Unity, I'm saying it right now, we're declaring, I need the board, I need the staff, I need all in leadership to be in agreement with me that we're going into 2026 thriving, not surviving. Thriving. So as you give today, give with that in mind. And I just want to say, I don't always do this, but my sister from another mister is down from Nashville. Patricia Leffler, can you wave at us, Patricia? Patricia and I have been connected in covenant as brother and sister since 2014. Is that right? About 2014, and I met you at Unity of Nashville. You were on the board at Unity of Nashville at that time, and we just connected, and we've been connected ever since. She's a dance teacher, but she's not just a dance teacher. She's an entrepreneur, and she is somebody that would stand up today and testify that what I'm telling you is true. That when you give into the law of circulation, that is what radically changed her life. If you don't believe it, talk to her. She'll tell you exactly what is emerging in her life, because all of the entrepreneurial dreams that she has ever had are being invested in now and are turning into multiplication. It's not addition, it's not subtraction, but it's multiplication. And she decided to put this belief system into effect in her life, and it actually made that difference. That's not why she's here. She's here because she loves all of us. But Patricia, I wanted to say thank you for being here today, and I love you. I love you, my sister. Thank you. All right. The ushers are going to begin to receive the offerings now. And again, the ways to give are up on the screen as the band begins to play. And I love you all. I'm so grateful to be with First Unity. Y'all, I'm excited about 2026. Anybody else? All right. right, all right. As these ushers have come down here and they're gathered at the altar area, I'm going to ask you if you will stretch your hands this way and let's just pray a blessing over these offerings. We say thank you, God, for all that has come in today, and we choose to use it to continue to uplift the vision and the mission of this community to bless billions every day. Thank you, God, for that opportunity, and thank you for providing all that is necessary for that to happen. But also, we speak a blessing back to those who have given, back into their accounts, that also would be multiplied to them, living in abundance and prosperity, health and well-being. And we say thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. And so it is. I love you, family.
Everybody stand to your feet. By this, shall know what you love me. Showing the world that's what true love is. We know close out with our mantra. Love is who I am. Gratitude is my attitude. Abundance is my nature. Well-being is my birthright. Have a wonderful day, everyone.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year.
you.